Hello everyone, my name is Susan Morales, and today I would love to discuss with you how we come to believe what we believe. So today is day 4 of Apologetics Week, and I'm going to be sharing a book recommendation that really has helped me to better understand the process of us coming to believe that something is true. This book, Cold Case Christianity by J. Warner Wallace, has been such a huge help for me in my journey to Christian apologetics and just in life, really. This book is the story of a former atheist who decided to investigate whether Christianity is true or not using his homicide detective skills. So in the same way that he would investigate cold cases, murders, homicides, he would use the same process to determine if there's good reason to believe that Christianity is true. When I was first getting started into apologetics, whenever I would hear an objection, someone saying something that would lead me to feel uncomfortable about the things that I have believed for so long, I would mistakenly assume that the things that they would say against Christianity had a lot of weight, simply because you could question it, simply because it was possible for that to be the case. Come to find out, that's not how real life happens. In our judicial system, there is a process, an investigation. We are supposed to look at all the components in order to come to what is the most reasonable thing for us to conclude that is most likely what happened, what is true. And that's how people are punished in the judicial system, based off of those things. Or if they're not punished, they are seen as innocent and they are free to go. One thing that the book addresses is that so many things are possible. So yes, when someone that is questioning Christianity is coming to you with all of these possibilities, you don't have to be intimidated by the fact that it's possible. Instead, you can consider, is that the most reasonable thing or the most probable thing for me to believe is the case? For example, the book, The Case for the Resurrection of Jesus by Gary Habermas and Mike Licona, they give reasons for why it's more reasonable to believe that what Christianity claims about Jesus' resurrection is true. And that's the way we need to go through this journey, sorting through what presuppositions are we bringing to the table. Are we just going to assume certain things like the supernatural cannot exist, it's impossible, it's ridiculous, it's a fairy tale like thing to believe something like that? You're going to mess with your own investigation and you're not going to land on the truth when you're just determined to exclude certain possibilities in your investigation. The author talks about an investigation where one of the detectives was holding a presupposition, a bias. They came to investigate a homicide, and the detective assumed automatically that the one responsible for that homicide was her husband. And so come to find out, it was actually the neighbor. But even just having that presupposition made it an obstacle to look for the evidence, look through the evidence and consider all possibilities. And in the same way, we need to keep our biases and presuppositions out of the investigation. We need to be determined to, like the author says, to go wherever the evidence leads us, including if that was going to lead him to a supernatural designer responsible for this world that we live in. Even though in the beginning of his investigation, he didn't think that it was likely, like that even was possible for that to be a possibility. But that's what we have to be. We have to be honest with ourselves intellectually and recognize our bias and set it aside and think through all the evidence. So I highly recommend this book. And also I will attach a video of a philosopher that I interviewed, and she answered my questions related to how does philosophy fit into Christianity. And I think that's really applicable when it comes to apologetics as well. So I will recommend that video to you as well.
Oh, how I see what you're doing for me. Why you do it for me? I can see your love now. I can see how you gave your son for me. I can see your love now. I can see how you died for my place. I can see your love now. You're coming back for me.